Okay, let's see if this is any better. My issue is that this is, I was told the other day that this is blurry. It's small and it's tiny. So um, I'm trying to see if it's, if I mean, it's a little blurry. Oh, okay. Okay, don't want to do that. Never mind. Let's fix my situation here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this to another window. Sorry. It goes into this. It's infinite loop of video. Okay, so if I look at this, it's not bad. I mean, I'm looking at the code. I mean, it's readable. Yeah, I'm using a pretty high resolution. I'm putting it on, now if you're putting it on a 2K monitor and you're expanding it to its absolute biggest, I have two monitors. I have a 4K monitor and I have a regular old everyday 2K monitor. 1920 by 1080, which I assume is 2K. Um, I mean, I guess you could go up to 24 or something. Is that 2K more so? I don't know. 2K is 2000, right? So 1980 is really close. Unless I'm going by the second one, which is 1080p. But I have a 4K monitor here, which goes up to like 3000 by 2000 something. And I think the biggest number is only like 38 something. So I'm pretty sure it's the first number. or maybe or maybe it's just the two numbers multiplied. I don't know how it works. uh, let's see. Yeah, I'm running at 3840 by 2160. This is supposed to be, I think, a 4K monitor. So I don't know what number, what the heck number would it be otherwise? So maybe 8,000. Don't, yeah, 8,000 by 4,000. I don't know. Does that be 4K? No, that'd be crazy. That'd be tiny. That'd be like an 8K monitor. I don't know why the heck anybody would need that. Okay, I'm distracted. But anyway, hopefully this is better. I know it's not. It's not. I hope it's readable. I kind of changed my bit rate and a couple other things, but I had to go back. I couldn't go to super high resolution because my see, it's only gonna, my resolution on Twitch is only allowed. I mean, YouTube is a little better, so if you want, you can go check out YouTube. They allow a little higher resolution rates. I think you can go 1980. But on Twitch, I'm only allowed one, so it's 1080 by 60. You're not going to get a good video out of this. If I go higher, I can stream higher than 1980, but it it was giving me issues. Right, I am streaming higher actually. I am streaming at 1980 by something, or maybe it is 19 by 10. I don't know. But you're only going to get one. You don't get any control over it. It is blurry if you run it small, but if you put it full screen, um, it's pretty clear. I just run it small, so you're going to have a little bit hard time. So run it full screen if you really if you're really interested in seeing it full, running a video. So I apologize otherwise because I can't really do much about it. All right, so let's get to it. I don't have as much time today. I've got I normally do. I was doing 2-hour sessions, but I'm gonna only be able to do about an hour session today, which I might be able to get back to it. But I have an interview at 10:30, so when you're doing work, when you're out of work, yeah, make sure you make those meetings. I'm not gonna be one of those. I hear a lot of I don't know, the current workforce out there ghosts their interviews. Why would you ghost an interview? I mean, how do you get a job when you're ghosting your interviews? I think it's silly for people to do that, but whatever. More jobs for everybody else. So, all right. So I think I've got this going. I've got to start working on the next step of the learning. So let's do it. I gotta get to said learning. All right, so I am on, I believe, lesson 26. It might be lesson 27 because I think I might have finished that one. It doesn't really label what each thing is, it just says you're doing NextJS masterclass. So and this is just somebody else's thing I was looking at, trying to figure out how to work it out. I'm past that for now. Here are my currently signed in things. So we'll push this over here. And email confirmation. Oh, I fixed that. The duplication is no longer an issue. Don't know which one is this. Superbase, NextJS. Okay, so that was just one I was viewing because I was trying to solve a problem. Let's see. Shouldn't have to do that anymore. Gotta clear up things a little bit. Superbase. I'm gonna end up back at some of these. I'm gonna be back at some of these other things at some point. Just got that again. Don't need it twice. Probably don't need that. More Superbase thing I don't need. I have the pages I need for now. She codes. What is this? She codes is. I mean, it has information on it, but is it like because there's only women using it? I mean, it's a women's site. This is for you woman coders. I mean, you know, because they need woman coders with their own site, I guess. I don't know. All right, I don't know what, that's just a random site. Superbase again, cleaning up, get myself down to that. Got that done. Don't need that anymore. Okay, I think that's it. I can close up all these issues. And let's go here. And we'll go to my NextJS Masterclass videos. And we will continue on to finish up the last couple of things that Auth is. Why? It's funny, my favorites don't actually... it's your... It's like you get your own favorites on here. It's really weird. It's like it's separate. Each of your workspaces has their own favorites, which is kind of interesting. Let's see, learning to program. Let's throw that in there. There you go. And we will open up the NextJS Masterclass. Oops, wrong one. We will not open up that one. Oh, do I not actually have? I do have it, but it's... all right. Gotta manage your favorites. There's still one missing. I gotta go here. And I do want to put this on this bar. And I want to put this on this bar, and this on this bar. Nightbot dashboard. Do I need anything else? Oh yeah, I should probably put this on here too. Oh, this is just my normal thing I should be using all the time. It's not my learning to program code. Okay, so I'll go here. All right, so NextJS Masterclass. This is the one I want. And I gotta log in. It's kind of funny how I thought when you use these tags, it's not supposed to show up on the stream. I don't know. Apparently I was wrong about that. So, whoops. My apologies. but that's always going to be there. That's how I update my tags. So because it's too much of a pain to go to YouTube and go to okay, how come this is not the page I expected to see? Oh, did I not sign in with the right account? Must not have. There it is. Okay. Logging users out. Next step. And then it's logging users in, which to me feels a little weird, right? Because you sign them up, you check the redirect, and then you get the user. You think you do get user after you master the getting out and getting in. But I guess getting user proves that your thing is working. And then we got protecting routes and session middleware. I don't know what those are yet. Protecting routes is obviously applying your authentication to particular pages. And session middleware must be what I already did because I have it functioning, and this is going to be like a thing how he does it. I might not even have to do much with that because I've kind of already got that working. Because he did not use middleware at all in his coding this stuff up here. And as a result, I think he's saying, hey, you can use middleware here to handle blah, 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 and he's going to show you how to do it. And I've already done it, so won't need to do that. But let's do logging out. Now, for the sake of following goodness, I'm not going to show it, but I will show my doing the work on here. All right, let's get to this, shall we? So we're going to do navbar, JSX. I'm going to have to fix my navbar too because I'm using a slightly different setup. So my navbar is going to use this page. So I probably should do something along the lines of, where is my navbar? Dashboard, tickets. Where's my navbar? Oh, it's in the same place. Oh, it's under components. There it is. Okay, so I have these two guys, and Dojo Help Desk, he has these links. I'm just going to have dashboard tickets, and then user is the thing there. Oh, okay, so it doesn't actually, I don't actually have a log in option on here because what I should probably do is change this. If it's null, have it say login. You know, if this user.email isn't a value, I wonder if I would be the best way to do that. Can you do something like, is it possible to do something? I've never tried this, so I don't know if this works. I know you can put what if what is the inline equivalent? Inline if React inline if condition React.js. Okay, let's see what that says. What are inline conditional expressions in React.js? All right, so we got condition. So let's just say, let's try this. Let's just see what happens. So we're going to say, let's see, user. And then if assuming user has an object in it, it's not going to, because he's, what I'm actually thinking, I'm going to take out this user. Now this is me doing something that's totally off the page, off the thing, and this is me just getting creative now, starting to test my programming chops. Actually, what I'm going to do here, since it's, oh, this is already inside of a span here. I don't need to do that. Okay, so we'll take that out. We're already doing this. But this time, I'm going to say user, and then I'm going to try, we're going to put in a question mark, I guess. If user has an object, condition true is going to be, I don't know, we're going to find out if I've got any clue here. Condition true is going to be this, and we're going to go here, and then we're going to go here, and we're going to say condition false is going to be, well, we'll do the same thing, span, would I do a link? Maybe I don't even need span if I'm doing a link. It's probably more like it, huh? Let's do link href equals where is my, it's forward slash, oh gosh dang it. Go forward slash authorize. And I probably have to import authorize on, because that might not work if I don't have that component imported, right? Right. As he speaks to himself. Okay, we'll call it login, and we'll say link. Looks good to me. But I think my authorize might not work. It's a link, right? So that shouldn't matter because it's going to go to this route. It's not, I'm not actually pulling the object in or doing anything with it. So we're just going to say login. Let's see what happens. Now, this ain't going to work anyway because we haven't done the login part. That's what we're working on. We're going to be doing that shortly. But
a user can click on to log out, but I don't want to make that button directly inside the navbar component for two reasons. First of all, the button needs to be inside a client component because we'll be doing two things with it.
All right, so he's saying don't put the button here, which is fine. I need to have a log out button, and my thought is we'll have the login, and then if they're logged in, we'll add on like a log out option, but we'll see. It's probably going to have to be a component. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could click on a full screening for an item, but only for, all right, let's try this. Like if I do a full screen on here, I want it to be full screen inside the browser, not full screen on my screen. Is there a way to do that? How to full screen inside browser. Set Google Chrome Internet Explorer full screen mode. Hiding the toolbars. No, I want make the browser window full screen. No, I don't want the browser window to be full screen. I want it to be full within the window. Is that not possible? Is it not possible? There are some things I've seen. Let's try that. I do that. Will that work? What happens if I shrink this? Oh, that kind of works. Huh. All right. I'm playing, man. trying to learn. Okay, so you use the panel. You put the window into a panel, then you can size it to as big as you want, and without having all the browser stuff all over it. So yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. Okay, so let's get back to it. Let's see what he says. I haven't tested my thing yet. Is this even running? Probably not. Let's go npm run test. Okay, let's open that puppet up. There's one thing that's kind of weird. How come I keep going to authorize? It's like my default page is not authorized, it's dashboard. Why am I going here? I think I have a thing that's blocking. It's like, it's not going to my, I do have, oh, that's not even right. I gotta take that off. So my layout, oh, okay, so it's checking for user and that's why it's going to authorize. Okay, never mind, that's my fault. I have that going. It's my bad. All right, so what I gotta do is not necessarily stop them. I don't want my layout to go, if there's no data, go to reauthorize. Because the dashboard shouldn't be blocking people from going to. I mean, you can go to the home page. You know, there are secure pages, but I don't need to. So I could probably just take the error one off. That's what I'm going to do. I'll just say if error. I should probably be going to error page, wherever my error page is. Where is my error page? I think we'll just say error. I think I have an error page somewhere. Yeah, it's right there. But only if there's an error, and I don't necessarily want error. If my data object, that might still do that. Wait a minute, that might still take me here. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna, because this might still go on, because I'm still getting the error that says there's no user. Oh, well, it's still taking me to an error page. Yeah, I can't check for error. What I could do, I mean, this is not the object I want to be checking for an error anyway. There is no object here. Let's get rid of this. Let's just dump this. I don't know. Does he even have this in his layout? It may be something I added on my own. Because why would I want to be constantly forced to go to my login? All right, let's take this out. I should go to the dashboard now. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm at the dashboard. I'm not checking for errors here because I don't need to. If I have, I didn't even error here. I mean, because see, I have this data user, right? It's there, but nothing happened. I mean, it's not like it broke. So, but what I should do is we got dashboard and children. Children is dashboard and tickets, I imagine. So that I would have to go to whatever children is. Do I have a? No, children is the. I think that's the nav or the route handler. Justify flex, company updates, dashboard. I don't need, company updates. What is this? Does that mean if I click on dashboard? Oh, company updates and dashboard. Never mind. Ignore me, man. What do I know? And these are hard coded in here, so these little bits should be coming from a database, in my opinion. But we're not. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so we got not found, loading, layout. My dashboard have tickets, which goes if I click tickets. I need to have like a login click here. I'm getting off the thing because he's probably going to have you do all that. That's,
a click event to it, and also redirected the user once they've logged out. Those two things both require the component to be a client component, but the navbar is a server component, and I want to keep it that way. So instead, we'll make a new component for the button, which is a client's component, and then nest it inside the navbar. And that leads on to the second reason, which is that by making a new component for the logout button, we're essentially making that logout button much more reusable, and we could use it elsewhere in the website in the future if we wanted to. So then, let's make a new component now inside the components folder for the logout button. So the first thing I want to do inside this file is say use client at the top, because this is going to be a client's component. We are going to use a router, and also we're going to use a click event inside this component. Then we're going to boilerplate the component, and we'll make a template. So this is going to be a button. It's going to have a class called btn-primary, so it's purple. Inside the button we'll say logout. We also need to attach an on-click handler to this, and we'll set that equal to something called.
as you see, I don't always do what he says. Oh, you know what? Let's just do this. Button dash. He's got some CSS that uses this. No. Button dash primary. Wow. Took me so long to type that. It's like he's like, this is why I don't keep up with him very well. Let's catch up. I always do. This is how I'm doing it. I like to follow along and do it exactly as he's got going on, because that's how you learn. And you actually have to. I'm a do kind of learner. I'm the kind of guy that I prefer to actually do the work. I'm not great at just staring at a video. I mean, it's like I might look at it and go, oh, that's cool, and you know, put it in my head somewhere, but I won't remember how to do it. And if I don't do it, I'm going to be like, I don't know. Okay, so log out. We got that. All right, so now he's putting in some constants. Let's see, can I do that? Dot, and I'm trying to see what it lets me do. These. Oh, okay.
From the calendar, Prime Therapeutic interview, hiring manager, with Ann Romero, starts in 30 minutes.
Ha! Funny. I have it set up as with Ann Romero, which is my wife. Alexa, stop.
From the calendar, Prime Therapeutic interview, hiring manager, with Ann Romero, starts in 30 minutes.
I didn't know I had that on there, but that's cool. I don't remember putting that on, but that's cool. I'm liking the way I have my, I accidentally got Alexa set up to connect to my phone and stuff. I'm not even sure what I did, but I'm liking that it's doing it. Of course, you know, rest of my family, I was like, you're getting information right off. Oh. All right, well, okay. Catch up, Ken. Import. Oh, I guess. Oh, yeah. All right. So I don't have to do it that way. I'm not going to do it that way because I'm trying to get in the habit of the shortcuts. So we got handle. We got logout. Okay, and then I got constant handle logout equals async, and whatever this is. I think there's a way to shortcut this to this whole setup, but I I forget some of them. That's why I try to do them, so I don't forget. Constant Supabase equals. All right, so he's using a different thing. So he's got create client, component client. Now this is for, so I need to do a create client, and I got to use the client one because he's trying to do a client one. So that's that. So now it automatically imported my create client. So again, we're still doing the auth stuff, and the auth stuff requires me to use the new stuff that he's not doing. He's using helpers. You see up here the auth helpers on his code. He's doing auth helpers NextJS. So if you wanted to follow this masterclass, if you wanted to do this NextJS masterclass, you have to use auth helpers, which is deprecated by Supabase, and it wasn't even around very long. It was just deprecated in the last few months. So there's probably still a lot of people out there using auth helpers. Probably not the worst thing to learn, but I'm trying to learn the latest. So that's why I got so bogged down over the last several days, because I was trying to learn how to do all this with the latest version of Supabase. With what they said is the recommended with the SSR stuff. And for me, that was setting up the create client, both a server version and a client version. So when you're doing something with use client, like you see right there, that's me putting it in like I'm doing here. And then I have to call the client one. And therefore I have to do it this way. So just so you know what's going on and why I'm not following exactly like he says. And so my stuff, I may have to do something a little different. Simply because I have to use different code. Await.supabase.auth sign out. And so we've got my thing declared. I've got button. Okay, so I'm caught up with him. Let's go.
And that's all there is to it. That's going to sign the user out of the application and get rid of the cookie. So if there is an error, so we'll say, or rather, we'll check if there's no error. Once we redirect them, so we'll say, well, router, in fact, we need the router, so let's say const router is equal to use router, and it's from net/navigation, this one here. And now we can use that down here, router.push, and we're going to push them to the login page, because they've just logged
I
out.
want to do use router.
We don't want them to see the dashboard anymore, so we'll take them back to the login page.
I might have it. It is next router. I don't need this. I don't know why that goes in. It's like it's by default when you create the app, it puts that in there. I don't know why it does that. So, but I do need to go. He says use logout button. I thought it's like, really? Do I need that? I mean, yeah, it's only on the logout button. But what if it's not? What if it's just a link? What if I don't want it to be a button? I want it to be a link. I just want to call it logout. I'm going to do a link. I'd rather it be a link, and I said a logout link at the top. And I don't know what he's doing, but that's what I'm doing. Const router. So, yeah, I have handle click. I think you could do a button as a link, right? How do you, there's got to be, I mean, maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. I don't like a button. I like a link that does it. When I log out, I don't usually click a button. I usually click a hyperlink. Yeah. All right, so we got router and his dot push. Login. Oh, he's going to the login page. I have to go to the authorize page. Authorize. Because he's going to the login page. I'm not going to. I'm going to go to login page. So there shouldn't be an error. You know, it's interesting because his approach here is if someone's whoops. His approach here is if you're on the nav page, if the nav page loads up, or if the log out component loads up and they're not logged in. So basically, I think if it's saying if they're using the logout component, which I'm creating here, and there's no, if they're not logged in, it's going to take you to the login page. Do we want that? I would think you'd only show the log out button if they're logged in, which means you wouldn't have to do that, right? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like just not being logged in, sending you to log out. I think if they're signed in, the log out's a thing. And if you're on a page that's protected, that's when you use the errors that kick you to authorize, or, say you need to log in first. But you don't do it simply because you're going to display a logout button. That don't seem right. Right? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to keep that feature. I like to try to tweak stuff, even though it's part of the training. The training says do it this way. But mainly because that's how you learn, right? You do other stuff. You actually try to implement your own stuff. And I'm learning it still. I'm still doing his thing. I'm learning what he's doing. I understand. It helps me to understand what he's doing rather than just blindly following along. Okay, so that's back to it. I'm going to leave it for now, but I'm going to come back to that.
So that we can log in again at some point. Okay? Now, if there is an error, it's basically just not going to take me anywhere. We could log back to the console if there is one, just so we can see. So say if error console.log error like that.
Oh, I see what he's doing. Never mind. Okay, so this is if not error. So basically, if you sign out, it's going to take you back to the authorized page. I don't know. It's like you log out, let's go back to logging in, which makes sense because if you're on a logout page, like if you're signed in and it gives you a logout, and usually it'll take you back to a login page, which kind of makes sense. Why would you log out if you're going to stay at the website? So it takes you back. You might want to just go back to the home page and do some non-logged in stuff, but why? I don't know. I would take, that makes sense. Never mind. He knows what he's doing. The guy's a professional. I should not be questioning the professionals. But now he has an error. Let's see what he does with the error. He's just logging it. He's not even gonna, he's just gonna say, hey, we had an error. Console.log error. Just saying, hey, we had a problem. Let's log it. Yeah.
I think that is pretty much it as far as this component is concerned. Now we just need to nest this component inside the navbars. Let's do that.
So he's putting it in. He's going to put it down here.
Logout button right here. And that is pretty much it, my friends. Now, I am going to do one thing because I want a little gap between these links on the left, the title on the left, and these, which should be on the right. So all I'm going to do is give this last link a class name, which is equal to mr-auto. And this stands for margin right auto. I only have a margin right auto inside a flex like this, but this is a flex item, and this is a flex item. These are going to go way over to the right, and these will stay on the left. Alright, so
Oh, really?
this and thank you. Alright then, so now I'm going to try and log it out.
See, he's got a nice log out button here. Let's see here. Let's see what happens when I hit save. Oh, blow up, explosion. Use router is not defined. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. I mean, I knew I was doing that when I did it. Dang it. All right, let's go back. Because yeah. Where'd it go? Where'd it go, man? Log out is here somewhere. My own, oh, I put it under components. Never mind. Okay, so we're here, and this is supposed to be use router. Because apparently I don't know why I did it the other way. Oops. I should. Oh, what did I miss? Apparently I've missed something.
Hopefully this is going to work, and then redirect us.
I'm finding that that's kind of a pain in the butt. All right, so we got it. In order for me to do,
back to the login page, and if we open up the applications tab over here and then go to cookies, we can see no longer do we have that cookie. Awesome. So now that's worked, and next up what I'd like to
back to tab. Oh, that's what I want. Okay. I want to go back just slightly on this. Let's see whether log out logo. Let's see here. Use router import. Router.push. What do you mean it's not mounted? Next router not mounted. What is that? What is that supposed to mean? Next router was not mounted. That's a weird thing. I've never seen that before. What does that mean? Next router not mounted. A component used use router outside of NextJS application, or was rendered outside NextJS application. This can happen when doing unit testing on components that use the use router hook, as they are not configured with NextJS contexts. This can also happen when you try to use the use router hook from NextRouter inside the app directory, as the app router's use router from Next Navigation has different behavior to the use router hook in Pages. If used in a test, mock out the router by mocking the next router's use router hook. If used in the app directory, migrate to the new hooks imported from Next Navigation. Oh, is this supposed to be Next Navigation? Oh, it is Next. It is Next Navigation. I just copied the one. Oops. Dang it. Pay attention, man. Don't be a bad student. I get so distracted by my own little detours that I don't actually follow what's going on. I probably could have just looked at his code and stepped and watched it and read it, and I would have gone, oh, Next Navigation. That's why I always have the code up here. So I'm on 27, so I would actually be looking at this. I usually have the code up, and then I can go look and see what I did. And in this case, I can click here and go down to components, and he's got the logout button, and voila. He's got Next Navigation. See, all I had to do was pay attention. If you don't pay attention in class, you're not going to learn anything, Ken. Sheesh. All right, let's see what happens if I do that one and save it. Look at that. Log in, log out. I put in the log in. So it actually works out pretty good. He doesn't have log in, log out because he's already logged in because he did a test. So I have this saying, the name of the person. Say hello, whatever. So it isn't going to be log in, log out. It shouldn't be. I should only show log out if log in is not visible. So let's go to my nav bar, and we'll do like I just got to make sure. Let's see. User email. Yeah, let's do this. Control X, and we're going to stick it right in there. And I mean, yeah, that'll work. I think that'll work. Let's see. There it is, just a login button now. I do know my button works. I have to get logged in before I see it, but at least now I was able to test that it worked. But now my code says we only have a login button. Because I already tested the button part. We know it works. So if I'm logged in, we'll get a button. Assuming I didn't do that math. I didn't do that incorrectly. So we'll see. We shall see if that's true. But yeah, let's move on.
All I'm going to do is give a flex item missing and take it back to the login page. And if we open up the application tab over here and then go to cookies, we can see no longer do we have that cookie. Awesome. So
I'm going to have to test this after I log back in. I want to go to the next one, which is going to show how to log people in. And then once I do the login part, I will test that. This is the next piece.
So we started the last lesson how to log out, and now we've done that. If you go back to the home page, you're going to get a big fat error. And that's because we're trying to pass the user into the navbar right here, and we don't have a user, so we're getting an error. So what I'd like to do now is show you how we can log in, and once we've logged in again, we're not going to get that error. And also, in the future, we're going to protect this route from people that are not logged in as well. So even if you're not logged in the future and you try to go to the dashboard, then it's basically not going to show this error. It's just going to redirect you back to the login page instead. Okay?
Okay, so he's basically just kind of, like I said, some of this stuff I already have done. He's saying that if you go over to the home page, he was getting an error. Cannot read properties of null, I've been reading user, blah, blah, blah. Because he has his nav bar checking for the user. He's basically making that a protected page. So if he was to try to go to his home page, like I was already doing, see, he's doing stuff that's bypassing. And I kind of circumnavigated that because I'm kind of already fixed that because I didn't want the error and I wanted my dashboard. So I got ahead of him. So this is a little bit showing you once he gets the login, I just wanted my dashboard to be non-protected page. Like it doesn't need to be protected, but I will do it as part of the lesson because that's what he's going to do. There's not a lot of pages on the site. There's only a couple of things. So he's probably going to protect the dashboard, which is fine for this lesson. But I didn't do it because in practice you wouldn't do that. And I wanted to see if I could make it work that way. Because normally your home page, you don't protect that. You let people go to the home page. It's when they try to go to other pages that do anything. You know, you show them different stuff based on their logged in state. Anyway, so we got, I am going to go as far as to remove these two buttons because I don't really need them. And I don't think I need them anywhere. My nav bar has a sign up and log in. How are they even doing that? So we are on the authorized page. My authorized page is using login, sign up, which are these two dumb buttons, which I wish they were links, which I may try to change them. How do you make a button look like a link? I'm gonna do it. I want to see how to make React button a link. How to add hyperlink to button. No, I don't want to do that. Wrapping a React router link in an HTML button. There's a way to wrap a link element from React router in an HTML button tag using React. I currently have link components. While this will render in a web browser, how to use a button component as a link. There we go. That's kind of what I want. First, let's build a button and add some styles to it. How to use it? All we need to do is the following. Introducing React's as prop button. Prop pattern. Okay, there's a mechanism to override the underlying HTML tag of our button component and to turn it into a link. Aha! Aha! I think that might be what I want. Constant button equals onClick children as component, return component onClick, class name, button, net, rest, children. Oh, he's probably already doing this. Yeah, I'm probably already doing that in here somewhere. So that's what the... and to turn it into a link. So basically you're taking the button and you're turning it into something else. On click, children as component equals button. I want to know what that dot 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 rest is. See, that's something that's new to me. I don't know what that is. With the help of the as prop, we can easily turn our button into a link. Import button from dot button. Constant component with link. Return dot 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 other JSX. That is weird. I don't know why what? Button as a href. Button as a href equals where is the mouse.com, where is the mouse button. So basically they created literally a component with its own settings of button, but we're turning it into, this is like all buttons would turn into links. I don't know if I want all my buttons to turn into links. I guess if you don't import it, it's going to act like normal, right? So if you, but then if I import it, then I can't. Oh, maybe big B button. Big B button would be your link, and little b button would be a button. Okay, let's do it. Let's try it. I'm actually going to not call it button though. I'm going to call it like button link. Button link? Yeah, we'll call it button link. Because I wanted to call out. I don't want to call it button. Because yeah, it replaces button, but I don't want it to be that. I'm going to call it a button link, which basically makes it, and it'll just be a component. We'll say new file, and we're going to call it button link. This is me going off the path again, folks. This is the way I do it, man. Learning. Oh, wait, what? Oops. Rename. It's button link dot JSX. Now we can go RFC. See? RFC. Oh. Holy moly. This, and that's a question, is this a server component? It's a JSX would not be what I want. Do I want this to be a server component or a client component? We'll leave it as a server component. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Button link, yeah, that's good. All right, so I'm basically going to copy his code here, just because, and we'll do this. He doesn't show that he needs any special imports. Not on this. Introducing React's as prop pattern. As prop pattern. So the as is a prop pattern. I feel like that means I'm going to have a React, I don't know, mine didn't ID, so I'm wondering if this is right. Let's see what happens. Control S, does it blow up? No, didn't blow up. I'm not using it anywhere yet either. Okay, so that means I got to go to my nav. No, let's go to my authorized page. Authorize page, and then we're just going to put it here. Actually, let's go down. Const component with link. Oh, this is my component with link, I guess. And then we're going to have our return, which is doing all of the return stuff. I only want the sign up button to be a link. I want this to be a regular link, and I want this to be a link. Let's see what this does. All right, so I don't know, other JSX. I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's other JSX and ... rest. I don't know what those are, but I'm going to ignore it. Oh no, I got 3 minutes. Hey guys, I gotta stop. I'll come back to this. I gotta get ready, be prepared for my meeting mentally. So I will see you in a while.